Hi, Mom. I just wanted to call you to let you know that I'm sorry that we're gonna miss you on Mother's Day. But I want to let you know that we're gonna send you something. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so what has been your greatest happiness in being a mother?
Love.
Love.
Being the lovely mother, and my joy is loving all my children.
Yeah, that's true. Love is really unconditional from a mother, right, Mom?
That's true.
Yes, and a daughter's love is also unconditional.
Yes, I
So-
appreciate it. Yeah. I have a lot of daughters. I'm very lucky. I have only one son. I have 5 daughters. I feel very happy. Believe me.
Yeah.
All my friends also, they are same opinion I am. Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, we're going to miss you on Mother's Day, and we want to let you know that we love you.
Thank you, Mom. I love you so much.
Okay, bye, Mom.
Okay, bye now.
So I was looking for the perfect Mother's Day card, and this one really stood out for me, not just for the obvious, adorable picture, but because of the message. It says, "There's no place like Mom." And this message really warmed my heart and soul because a couple of months ago, when my mother was visiting with me, she bought me this box. And this box says, "Home is where your mom is. Home is where your mom is." And my mother even signed it with her own name. And this box for me has so much love energy in it because my mom gave it to me. So I started to get really nostalgic about my childhood years in Korea and my childhood years here in America. So I dug up some pictures. And so here's a picture of me and my mom in Korea just before we were ready to immigrate to America. And I'm snuggling my favorite bear here. And then I pulled out some pictures of me and my mom in a Buddhist temple. We were hiking in a Buddhist temple, taking a little walk there. And this is me and my mom at the water well at the Buddhist temple. And I love this picture. It looks just so peaceful and serene. And then I found this really funny picture of my graduation day on my 6th grade graduation day of me and my mom. And this picture is really funny because there's this little boy peeping into the picture. So as I was looking at pictures of my childhood and really reflecting on that, all of a sudden it really hit home why these messages, "There's no place like Mom," or "Mom is where your home is," why these messages really resonated with me and really hit me in my heart and soul. And I think because it really speaks to my belief system. And that belief system is that our souls purposely choose our parents when we come into this body to learn life lessons for our spiritual growth. And so one of my spiritual life coach icons, Louise Hay, whom I love, I consider her like my godmother and she doesn't even know it. She has this really famous book called You Can Heal Your Life. And she speaks to this very powerfully in her book. And as you can see, I love her book because look at all these Post-its. So there's a paragraph here that talks about why we choose our own parents, why our souls choose our own parents. And she says, "I believe that we choose our parents. We chose them because they were perfect for what we wanted to work on overcoming." What we wanted to work on overcoming. And I think that's the key here. And in thinking about that and really reflecting on that, I feel that I chose my mother because my mother is the ultimate optimist. She is the most positive person I have ever met in my life. She always sees the half glass full rather than the half glass empty. And that's what I think I really needed in my soul because I could be a very negative, cynical person sometimes. And this is why I had to be on my spiritual path, my spiritual journey, in order to start seeing the glass half full. This is why spirituality is so important to me because without spirituality, I would probably see everything as glass half empty, more like my father, because my father was the opposite of my mother, the yin and yang. My mother was the ultimate optimist. My father was the ultimate pessimist, the yin and yang. And I think I was born with more of my father's characteristics. And so I needed my mother in order to learn the lesson of being positive, always looking at the glass half full, because glass half empty, looking at life in a negative lens will never get you anywhere, right? Because by law of attraction, that energy connects to energy. If you're negative, you're only going to attract negative people in your life, negative situations in your life. And so I really needed my mother to teach me this lesson of really choosing thoughts that are positive. And my mother just does it by default. She was born to be positive. She was born to be an optimist. And it's not like my mother had a really easy life. I mean, she went through 2 wars, World War II and Korean War, and she actually even felt a lot of hunger. And she always chose to see everything in a positive light. I mean, my mom also raised 6 kids and went to work, but she always came home excited to cook until midnight. She never complained that she had to go to work and then come home and raise 6 kids and cook until midnight. She never complained about anything. She was always happy to do the work. And so I think I really needed my mother to show me the light, to show me the glass half full, to show me that you can always choose a better thought in any situation you're in. So in my own life, the best example of how this looking at the glass half full has really served me is when my sister's son passed away. You know, her passing away was really the greatest tragedy in my life, in my mother's life, in my family's life. And even though it was the greatest tragedy, it was almost like the greatest blessing for me, because her death forced me to look inward and turn to my spirituality. And when I turned to my spirituality, I realized what the true purpose of why I'm here, why we're all here, which is for spiritual growth and to learn life lessons for that spiritual growth. So my mother's perspective that we can always choose to see the positive in any situation, in a situation even as tragic as a death of a loved one, serves well in life, because you're going to turn that tragedy into the greatest blessing in your life. So I think my soul chose my mother to learn the life lesson that you can always see something good in any situation, no matter how tragic it may be. And my soul really needed to learn that life lesson for that spiritual growth. So I want to hear from you about why you chose your mother, what lesson your soul needed to learn in order for your spiritual growth. So share your story below. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I would so appreciate your donating to my fan funding, because I use so much of my time, energy, and resources to create these videos for you. If you want to visit all of my holistic living tips, just go to my website at yinandyangliving.com. Happy Mother's Day.